Well, I think that the big issue is that, just like news, everything is local. This is a national issue, but it impacts every community in the DMV. And, particularly as it relates to communities of color. And just because you believe it is not impacting your household, your next door neighbor may be impacted. And so just because it's your neighbor, it is still your problem, your household. And that is why we are bringing all of these people together to have this discussion and to raise awareness.
We're still worried about the street corner, and what we're seeing is that most of it's coming from the street corner, but we have to also acknowledge the fact that that's not the only place where the issue starts. It certainly can start in our medicine cabinet as well. So we need to have initiatives to attack both issues. One, the drugs that are on the street and how they are becoming more potent and more dangerous for users that, for example, are only used to using heroin at the same level. Now there's fentanyl in it, it's becoming more dangerous. Similarly, we don't want, especially our young people, to have access to medications in the home. So it is important also to acknowledge what we have in our house and to lock up medications, especially if they are habit forming and can lead to addiction.
One of the issues that we deal with is that we have a lot of people coming into our office with what's called drug-seeking behavior. They come and say, I have pain, and the only thing that helps me is Percocet. And we hear that over and over again, and when we hear that, that makes us very suspicious. We want to help people who have pain, but we want to realize that some of these people who come in and asking for these medications are really abusing the drugs.
Well, the first thing is to understand that healing is possible. And when we're talking about those of us that have struggles, we all have struggles. It's a mental health and it's a public health approach that we need to reduce violence in our city as well as address the opioid epidemic. So we want to support people in our neighborhoods. We want to support them as a family unit and getting the support that they need without judgment. So we want to decrease our criminalization of addiction and increase our mental health support services and access to those services.
We have 30 seconds and I need...
Well, first of all, we are in a state of emergency, not only in the city, but in the state of Maryland as well as throughout the country. But here in Baltimore, we're focusing on sort of a three-pronged approach from our public health perspective at the health department. So we're really focusing on training in the lock zone, being able to train as many individuals in this city as possible, law enforcement agencies, to be able to administer in the lock zone when someone may be overdosing.